around the world to another weekly live stream version of the weekly events update, where we talk about what supply chain events are going on here in my backyard in DFW, maybe in your backyard, wherever you are tuning into in the world. And we just kind of just nerd out on what's going on in logistics, supply chains, warehouses, trucks, procurement, all that sort of good stuff. And today I am lucky to have a guest host, Rick Smolin from ShipHero. And we actually can do another quick shout out because ShipHero just happens to be our calendar of events sponsor at the moment as well. So you've got their beautiful banner up here at the top of our calendar of events, which has over 400 events listed for 2026. And we're not going to go through all of them. You can go check out the website on your own when you get time. But Rick, welcome to the show. And maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, ShipHero, and then we'll kind of dig into the details of the Insider Summit.
Well, it's good to see you again, Nathan. Is there an industry that has more action and events than this one? I mean, just look at that calendar.
A little bit. I don't know. Maybe the entertainment industry has more. I don't know.
This might be a close second. Well, I'm Rick Smolin. We've met before. I'm the CRO of ShipHero. ShipHero, the leading e-commerce WMS out there. The brand is popular. Our customers are loving it. We're innovative. We're doing lots of fun things to help ensure that e-commerce goods are getting out to customers fast, efficiently, and saving brands and 3PLs lots of money and labor along the way.
Where do you call home? Where are you hanging out these days, Rick?
Well, I don't like to bog down into one place, but mostly I'm in New York City, which I am at currently, which is close to where we'll be having our event that we'll be talking about here shortly. I'm a New York guy, Nathan, right in the heart of the city.
All right. I've always lived kind of a bit in the sticks here in Texas, and anytime I go into a big metropolis city downtown where there's buildings and there's a Starbucks on every corner and stuff, it always kind of blows my mind that people actually live in those city type places.
People are overwhelmed by it, but I gotta say, it's easy living when you have anything you want at your fingertips without having to get in the car and drive somewhere, without having to figure out like what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight. You have anything in the world that you want right at your fingertips within like a 3-minute walk or a 2-minute bike ride away. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm maybe just a little bit jealous there in that regard. Well, let's talk a little bit more about, I guess just the event scene at ShipHero. The last event I hung out with you all at was your AI and logistics. What were we calling it? A conference, a summit, a gathering, a meetup in Vegas. But tell me a little bit about I guess that, and then how the Insider Summit compares.
Yeah, well, it's funny. This is an industry where people like to get together. There are a lot of events, so a little bit bold to say, well, let's put new ones out there. But the fact was, if we go, the fall one that we did was for everyone, and it was centered around how AI is shaping and changing the fulfillment industry, and that was exciting and successful, and was within an actual warehouse where we could get hands-on. But if we rewind back earlier in the year in 2025, we came up with the idea of this Insider Summit for 3PLs specifically. And the idea was, being a 3PL owner is really difficult and hard, and there aren't a lot of people to talk to. You certainly have a lot of people depending on you. You have your customers, you have your employees, you have your business. This is a business with lots of fixed expenses. So it's a challenging environment to be in. So how do we bring together 3PL owners or senior operators in a way where people can learn from each other? We weren't positive what the reception to something like that would be. And so we went for it in 2025. We held a beautiful event in Westchester, New York, so outside the city. We said, let's see how this goes. And right away it was full. And so we knew that there was demand for getting together as a senior operator and having that networking effect, being able to talk to people that are experiencing challenges and opportunities, just like the ones that you are, and be able to get together and learn from each other so that you can help do the best work possible to make your business as successful as possible. So that was an overwhelming success in 2025, which led to our big fall event, which was our AI Summit, which was for everyone, not just 3PLs. But this is year 2 coming up, as you see, May 18th to the 20th in Tarrytown. So again, outside of New York City, ShipHero Insider Summit 2026. And this year, as you might expect after a successful 2025, it will be bigger and better. We're talking about 200 senior operators, CEOs, COOs, decision makers, owners of P&Ls across the 3PL landscape getting together in one location in order to learn from each other, in order to experience new things together, in order to have a better focus of where this world is going and how to win within it. It is rare to get this caliber of crowd in this volume together in one place, having off the record conversations, really learning and trying to take the leading best practices and deploy them before the competition does.
Yeah, yeah. We talk on this show here a lot about events, and we talk about events that have 50,000 attendees, 50 attendees, and that they all matter. They're all important. And I think to your point, the smaller, more curated ones like the Insider Summit, I think that you have more time to create deeper relationships with folks in these smaller settings than the humongous, blockbuster events. So I'm a big fan, and I'm looking forward, I guess, to being there. Maybe as we wrap this segment up, I see here that we do have an ability for folks to still request an invitation.
Yeah, so you made a great point. This is not a come one, come all type event. This is an invitation-only event. All invitations are reviewed and approved. It's uncompromising on who gets a seat because we want the caliber of this intimate audience to be as high quality as possible. So it's not come one, come all. It is for senior decision makers at 3PLs. And we are going to kind of cap it at 200. So there's no ticket or anything like that. But of course, you can request an invitation if you go to the ShipHero Insider Summit 2026 website there. Mm-hmm. One thing I'll just share before we kind of break. One of the things that you see at events like this is people sitting around and watching people speak at them the entire time. And that is not what this event is going to be. One of the things we got in terms of feedback is the interactions with each other is what it's all about, and doing things together. And so you'll see a lot less keynotes. There'll be some, but a lot less of sitting around watching somebody speak, and a lot more hands-on actual action. And it'll be under some categories around profitability and building for scale, on delivering what clients actually want, around labor, and then of course peak season readiness. So it'll be hands-on, war room style, far less lectures. It's going to be awesome. So for folks that are interested, definitely check out the Insider Summit 2026 website at shiphero.com/events/insider-summit-2026. Thank you, Nathan.
Or if it's shorter, supplychain.com/events, and the banner image at the top will take you there as well. So pick your path, same destination. All right. Well, thanks for hopping on. Thanks for sharing a little bit of the background, the context, what folks can expect. The idea here is we'll talk a little bit about what other events are going on right now. I think we probably both know some folks that are heading down to the Orlando area for the Gartner Supply Chain Expo going on. There's the AHA spring meeting. I think it's different than the carbonated beverages, but that seems to be also going down near the coast. Another one I was just going to call out here is, and we got to keep scrolling. There we go. Here locally in DFW, we've got the CSCMP Roundtable here is hosting their annual pickleball tournament this Thursday evening. And I would typically be there. I've been there 2 years in a row. Bart DeMonk and I actually won this tournament last year, but this year I've got to sit out because I'm flying over to San Diego to be the MC for the San Diego Supply Chain Conference in sunny San Diego. So unfortunately, someone else is going to have to take a stab at the title. Bart will be there trying to defend our honor, I guess, from last year. But there's just a lot of stuff. If we look at this at a month view, we can kind of see a bit of just the traffic jam, I guess, of what the calendar looks like. So if we look here to May, we've got week 1. Here we are here. Week 2, week 3 is definitely stacked up. There's a lot here. We don't have time to go through all of it. So I would just send folks to go take a look when you've got a minute. The other thing I'll just mention is just where am I going to be? My friends at Sergere track me whenever I go to conferences because I go to a few. So what's coming up here is we've got San Diego this week, and then we're following that up with the ShipHero Insider Summit. Home Delivery World. Then I'll be at TMSA's Elevate in Denver. And then a long flight on down to Cape Town for SAPIX for their annual conference this year as well. So,
Been to Cape Town before, Nathan?
actually, just in January, yes. So this will be my second time to Cape Town this year.
Look
How
at
about you?
that. I've been there once before. Unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah. The big rock, the big mountain tabletop.
Table
up there.
Mountain, yeah.
Man, it's so cool. Well, that's about kind of the show for today. Any kind of last words you want to leave folks with before we depart for today?
I mean, there's so much going on this month, but everybody knows May 18th to 20th, ShipHero Insider Summit. Nathan will be there as well, which will be tremendous. So thanks for having me on, Nathan. It'll be fun. We got some more fun things coming up. We got some customer stuff, maybe even in the Dallas area in June, but that's
Okay.
a month away.
All right. Well, let's talk about it offline then maybe. Sweet. All right. I'll catch you later, Rick.
Good to see you.